TeamXHigh.com. I'm sorry about that. Apparently, we had an issue with the internet connection here, which is very, 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 very rare. So, fucking bastard. Good thing it wasn't during the interview. Ha ha! TeamXHigh.com. Once again, I really appreciate everybody that's tuned in. Fuck with us. We here. We working. MC Juice is gonna be giving him a call here in T-minus 11 minutes, my friend. So stay tuned. I'm going to click this bitch back on.
Him and they made a lot of money. I made less money than them. But with the 50 million I made, I'm almost equal to him. So they don't understand my flow is the sequel to him. And you don't want the prequel to that. Cause I swear NutraSweet ain't equal to that. So when you ask me how it feels to sell your soul, I feel like Nat King, the shit feel cold. I feel like Jay's World, the shit feel cold. Cause I'ma stop rapping when I'm motherfucking old. And you know what he said? He said it was deferrable. I said, what you mean? He said, you always kick variables. I said, I'm real ill and my speech ain't slurrable. He said if you have kids, then the transfer's transferable. That means my daughter gets it next. Cause she bought it from him and I bought it from the next motherfucker like that. Now my soul is sold. That nigga J.U. is ill. Said the flows is cold. Holla.
Oh! Shy's in the building. Hey, Juice,
Yeah.
that was beautiful, brother. That was beautiful, man.
Oh my God,
You
man.
really, you a legend, homie.
I love it.
Man, we're gonna have to keep you here. We're gonna have to kidnap you back to Cali, man.
Whenever.
You can't go back to
I don't wanna
Chi-Town.
go. I want to go.
Hey, Jeffro, you all can't have him back.
We
We
don't-
keeping him here.
Right, we here.
That's it.
I'm trying to do that every night I can whenever people want to listen so they really know. It's another level.
That's what I'm
It
saying,
really
dog.
is. It really is. Hey, you sound better.
I know.
You sound like 10 times better than you did back.
It fucks
back
with
in the day.
it messes with me because I know something happened
Man,
different.
you didn't write that.
Damn.
Man, did you
How
hear the
could you-
Melrose shit?
How
No,
did you
no.
know I was gonna talk about the 8-year-old boy?
I did. I couldn't have known.
I didn't even talk to you.
I just
later
met you
than-
yesterday. I couldn't have known you were gonna say.
Let's get it. MC Juice tonight live. 10 more minutes. We're going to have him. I just wanted to poke around, find a random little joint so you guys to check him out. He's a legend of game. Battled Eminem, Scribble Jam. You can find him on YouTube and all media outlets. Appreciate all the users tuning back in. I know we had a little miscommunication with the internet, but it seems like everything's good to go right now. Shouts to all the people in the chat. Join the chat. Twitch.tv/absurdiststat. Bang! Immediately following all interviews, you're welcome to come to the Tiny Chat, tinychat.com/assault and battling. Find us on there. Let's go. Yo, Juice is ridiculous. Like, yo, it's probably one of my favorite rappers to listen to from the old school days. Overall, he always have had great music. To me personally, super underrated. Let's go.
Anatomy, the 10.
Uh, welcome any new users. We appreciate you peeping in. If you get a chance, check out teamxhigh.com. We got mad episodes coming up, including next week, the Cannabis Cup episode where I'm going to be talking about all the different things we're going to be doing at the Cannabis Cup. Let's go. Ha! Ah! Damn. Bang. TeamXHigh.com. Don't forget, anytime there's a live show, please join the chat at twitch.tv/absurdisfat. I don't know why I didn't try to make that rhyme in a sense, but it does. So now I'm just going to roll with it. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, a quick couple announcements again. Johnny Storm episode will be up by probably tomorrow, I would say. If I can't get it, I'm going to rip it tonight at least. It's going to be an hour and 40-something minutes. And then after that, I will either edit it around or upload it like that. Something of that nature. And then this show will be following this weekend. We're going to go ahead and give MC Juice, the legend himself, a phone call right now, and I can't even tell you how excited I am. I'm so pumped. Let's go.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
How's it going? I'm looking for Juice.
You're with who?
Juice.
Who's calling?
This is absurd.
Absurd?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on just a minute.
Thank you so much.
Shit. What up, bro?
Juice, how you doing, brother?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm super excited to just be able to chop it up with you for a few minutes, man. I really appreciate you taking the call on your. I know you're busy on your time and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's cool. We're gonna chop it up like the Food Network. Let's
This
do it.
is dope. All right, cool. So teamxhigh.com. Make sure to join the chat, twitch.tv/absurdisfat. We appreciate it. We are live here with the legend, the well-known MC Juice. Brother, I mean,
Yeah.
what's been going on with you, man? Let us know what's going on with Juice.
A little and a lot, man. I've been doing a lot of music. I've been inspired to write more stuff lately. I had a legal situation that seems like it's going to be clearing up soon. And through that situation, I kind of released a project. Basically the situation was, my girl and I were moving to California. We were driving through Nebraska. We got pulled over for being too close to a car in front of me that wasn't even there. They searched us. We had $22,000. They took it from us. They took our fucking life savings to move, put us in jail, and charged us with having illegal money. And after they did that, we ended up getting sentenced to a year each in jail for attempted illegal possession of money. I found out I could file an appeal because they never found out that we had W-2s, and I'm currently out on appeal. So I put out this project to kind of help me pay for legal expenses, and because it was just time for it to drop. And it's called Barred Up. And so people have been really supporting it. I'll give you guys a link later.
Okay.
And now that I'm sort of coming out of that situation, I've just been writing like crazy and just preparing for a really good year, man. That's what's been going on.
This is incredible. Yo, I can't begin to say I'm sorry for all the issues and troubles you've had. I completely understand, especially when you go down with stuff and it's just like, yo, I'm very familiar with the video. I remember when it was first put out, and I follow it on a regular basis on that point, and it's like, yo, it doesn't make sense for you not to be. I get that. I understand. I guess it's the law there, obviously, but it doesn't make sense to me or you to think, why can't we carry our damn money with us? It don't make no damn sense at all, bro. Come on, dog. But
No.
and it's fucked up because somebody like you who works hard and has like an actual career in this shit and can do many things regardless. It's like, yo, how do they know you didn't get paid $22K for a show you just did? You never know. You know what I mean? And that's it.
Right.
It's just sucky because it holds you back. So I can completely understand when it comes down to the project and all that. You wanting to get it out and just kind of like basically not only help support the legal stuff, but then let people know, hey, bro, Juice is still around. I'm fucking still beasting it. I'm still the same guy everybody has. We just watched, just before I called you, one of the Be Real, I don't know if you've done more than one, but a Be Real cipher you did on there. You absolutely slaughtered the life away of that shit. So I was like, yo,
Thank you, brother. Thank you. No, but for me, the situation that happened is really weird because I'm looking at the climate of America and I'm looking at what's going on with police and citizens, and I'm looking at police turning off dash cams and shooting people in the back, and I'm looking at those situations and how serious they are, and I'm realizing that they stem from situations like mine, where the police can just take your money and that can go unchecked. And once that goes unchecked, well, then maybe we can smack your bitch. And then after that, well, maybe we can rape a bitch. Oh, and then after that, well, maybe we can shoot a motherfucker in his head. Oh, well, we got away with that. Well, now we can just shoot them when they run away from us. So it's a systemic problem. And I think that my situation is a microcosm of a bigger problem, but definitely it's the police power and authority is out of control. So yeah, I mean, I'm hoping to address that, and I know that it comes with risks, but I'm definitely open to lending my voice to it. And as for the music, yeah, I mean, I guess the reason I'm still the same Juice that everybody knew is because I really have a passion for music,
yeah,
and I really have a gift for it. I'm not a guy who bought equipment because he was a nerd. and bought a mic because he wasn't cool. I was cool anyway. I just love the wordplay and I love entertaining people. So I honestly don't think I'll ever have a project that's not relevant because I care about the music. I care how it sounds. I care what the bars are like, and I care, you know, how people perceive me. I really care. So
you're never subpar.
I
completely agree with you there. There's never been a point where I was like, yo, I just said this, bro. I have not heard a track that I wasn't like, yo, this shit was absolutely great. It's like, yo, not even that every song is the best song in the world. It's just that it's never under par for me. I never feel like, oh, man,
No.
he's not a good lyricist. You know what I mean? So this is something that
Right.
I completely agree with you there.
Yeah, I try to keep everybody sort of interested, and I try not to go over everyone's head. I could easily do what Lupe does, but I kind of want to be seen on a different level with the common person, and I want to be understood because I feel like you can expose some real good complexity through being simple.
Yeah.
And even though I'm a lyricist, you know, you might not realize that, you know, the whole thing rhymed until later, but I'm not one of those guys who goes out of his way to be overly lyrical or overly, like, you know, admonishing or overly judgmental. I just try to kind of spit what I see, and now I've been trying to spit most of the stuff that I've actually been through, and so that gives the music an even harder edge to it because it's some shit that I actually went through. So I'm excited about where it's at, and I think I'm really excited about where it's going too.
Okay. Man, this is so exciting. I'm like, yo. So are you in California now? Is that where you're staying at, residing?
Well, I'm working in California because I got a couple producers out there. My boy Buckwheat, and I got a friend King Karnov who produces for Dre, and they're out there. And when I'm not there, I'm in Chicago. There's a producer here I've been really tight with, and his name is Ludlow, Ludlow. We've been doing some stuff. He just did Chance the Rapper's little brother's album, Taylor Bennett, produced all the songs on it, and it's pretty immaculate from a creative standpoint. So him and I have been working together on trying to figure some stuff out, and he's starting to push the boundaries of my creativity, which, you know, there's going to be a lot of stuff that comes out that people aren't going to be expecting, but it's all me, so I can't wait.
Okay.
So I'm in Chi right now, though. I'm in Chi right now.
Oh, dope. Okay, dope. All right, yeah, because I noticed your area code. I'm like, damn, bro, that's like a really close area code. I'm like, no, there's just no way that he's right here in my backyard, and I just haven't known it. Like, I remember we talked maybe a couple months back, and you're like, yo, I be in Cali quite a bit too. I'm like, yo, we got it. It's a must now. Okay, so 2016. What's your game plan for this year? Like, do you have an idea on how many projects you may release, or now, especially now that things are looking up a little bit differently? What's your whole outlook on all that?
Well, I'm gonna do a couple more records. I got some material that's close to being done, but I honestly think this is gonna be a big year for me as a writer. A lot of the songs I'm writing are pretty good, and I think that there's going to be a lot of people who want them, and I think that I'll be recognized. My goal has always been to have as much respect as a writer as an MC and as a freestyle artist. And I don't feel that, you know, necessarily the respect you get for being a freestyle artist is tantamount to the respect you get for being a great writer or having great records. So the goal for this year is extremely good music, great records, and a lot of writing, and I think it's going to spread beyond me because I have so much stuff to get out. Like, I've probably done like 18 songs in the last 2 weeks, and they're not all for me. I mean, I've written hooks for girls, and some of it is, it's amazing. The way the chord progressions and just all that it's just crazy. People don't really know I can do it, so I'm anxious to show people that there's a whole different dimension to my talent other than just being able to host parties and shit.
All right, yeah, no, that's dope as fuck. Okay, so I'm glad to hear that there's some game plan around, and obviously you're doing a lot of music and all that's going with it. So, another question it's been mind-boggling me since I talked to you a couple days ago. Battle rap right now. This is obviously something I always want to focus around because this is part of the thing anyway. But battle rap right now. I'm kind of trying to get your current idea, like the current state of it. Do you watch battles regularly? Are there people that you may look out for here or there?
Yeah, I do. I do watch the new battles, and I the format is really crazy. I actually had a dude from I think he was from Grind Time, and we were on the Wake Up Show, and he was saying that he felt like a rapper like me would be at a disadvantage for today's artists or rappers or whatever the fuck they are, because they're more theatrical and they're more planned out, and he just thinks that they would have a better chance as showmen, and I vehemently disagree with it. I felt like, again, because I'm known to be a freestyle rapper, nobody knows that I could write better
You
than
can really
any one of
write
those
really
dudes.
well. Yeah, no, I
can
hear
really
you.
write. So the one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to give the best writer 3 months to prepare for you. It would be to their benefit if I had to freestyle maybe and they had to write. I think I could beat them there too, just because I'm so spur of the moment with it and I live on crowd reaction. But assuming that I got 3 to 4 months to prepare for somebody, I don't see anybody being able to say anything. I have no flaws. I don't have nothing wrong with my record. I'm not on drugs. My mom ain't sick. I ain't got no crippled brothers. It's going to be real tough to find some shit to penetrate me.
Okay.
That's how I feel if I had to battle one of those dudes. But I love the format. I don't know if it's hip-hop, but I love where it's going. I mean, these kids are packing arenas. They're getting paid for their work. There's big money. People are side betting. They're getting millions of views. They're monetizing. People are becoming entrepreneurs, bosses. I love to see that. So I can't really shit on the format. I do wish that people cared more about the original form of battling, freestyling. And even if, I do.
I'm
I do
telling
because
you.
it's a lot
I don't mean that in a bad way. I swear. When I was probably like 13, I'm 28 now, so I've been watching you when I was real young. I mean, I remember watching Scribble Jam 03, and I watched you before that and being so excited because I was like, yo, I was just starting to rap around then, maybe, so it's like, yo, it's so dope to get a chance to see. And then I go like maybe 7-8 years later and I meet you in person in Minneapolis, and I'm like, dog, this is fucking crazy to me because it's something you've just done so much at this point, and I love the way that the scene was back then, because that's kind of how I came up here in Cali before I started doing like Grind Time battles and stuff like that. So that it definitely was. It's crazy to not see the format be as popular. I try to introduce them with events sometimes when we do them, but it's hard for people to really want to be into it because people don't think it's they don't need to freestyle because they can write, which doesn't make any sense to me. But it just so I hear you on that part, man. So yeah, so you watch Go ahead.
Yeah, I watch. I'm sorry. I watch. I like this kid Averb. I like Disaster a lot. I like Loaded Lux. I like Murder Moog. I like a bunch of these cats that are really nice. But I just, for me, it's just like, even if you can't freestyle, which doesn't have to be a requirement, I think it would be dope to see a lot of those dudes rap to a beat. So it's something totally different than what I came up doing. So it's like, it's its own thing, and I don't think it is fair to criticize it as something negative when it's actually furthering hip-hop. I mean, they do have to rhyme. There are syllables. A lot of that shit is real witty and stacked, but it's just not traditional, hip-hop battling, and that's okay. I mean, but I don't think I would have any problem doing it. I haven't done it just because I have so much going on. The last thing I want people to think is that these many years later, this is what I have to resort to make money. It's not even like that.
No, I hear you there. No, maybe has seeing Cannabis and Mad Child, which I consider you on the same level as any of these guys, if not above. Seeing some of these guys that I guess are in the industry level, going into it and doing it, and there's other people obviously. Does it give you maybe the inspiration to kind of jump in at some point?
Well, I mean, I'm always open if it's right. I mean, I've been talking to some cats at King of the Dot about Battle and Disaster, And if the money's right, I'm gonna do it. Because
That
it
was
makes
my
sense
next
for me to-
question too. That's what I was just gonna ask you, is if that was something that was possible, because I could see that match in my head, and I could see it being mega views. I could see it being mega looked at, because they're gonna want to see Diz. Although I wouldn't mind seeing you against somebody like Thesaurus or something like that, somebody that has that freestyle ability but that can write really well. Also, I think Diz writes really well, and his freestyle ability is on and off. Sometimes it'll be really good, and other times it'll be filler, and there's 6 people to blow it up, So that's why I want to, I want to see it, but I can see Disaster being a good match for you. So that would be really dope to see on King of the Dot. I think that's a really good.
Yeah,
I could see you fitting on URL too, though.
Yeah, he's dope. I mean, I would be down to do that shit. But again, for me, with where I want to take my actual career, if the money wasn't right, it would be a step below me, because I'd be like, well, this is just what I was doing 10 years ago, 12 years ago. It doesn't mean anything. My main goal is to make sure that the music that I write has publishing attached to it, that it has touring capability, merchandising where it can be marketed to corporations. So the music is actually not a hobby anymore. I'm really into the music. And so I don't mind being defined by what my past is, and I don't mind repeating it, and I'm not worried about anything anybody could say. I welcome it. I'm ready. But it's just about, is it the right thing to do? Like, is it going to be beneficial? Am I going to get a percentage? Is it going to be some Mayweather shit, or is it just going to be something else in the history books? And then in terms of like Cannabis and those cats, like Cannabis has always had real ill. He got ill lines, but he's not a battle rapper. He has real dope lines on wax, but he's not a battle rapper. Like, it's different having dope lines, and it's different practicing aiming them at people. It's sort of like shadow boxing. So, like, I don't know him that way. I know him to be an ill lyricist, and I think he got caught up in an actual battle situation that ain't really his strength.
It's not his thing, yeah.
But he might have wanted the bread, and but I'm a battle MC first, like, before anything else.
And I think that's one thing about how come your brand has always been very exclusive and it's untarnished, in my opinion anyway, and that's where Can kind of hurt himself a lot, because you're right, he kind of put himself in an element that he's not used to doing, and it kind of threw him off. And he can write really well, but believe it or not, you could forget your bar and freestyle a really dope line, and the hypeness could make you remember it. I cannot tell you how many times it's happened, but it will happen. And you are you're without a doubt, if not the best, one of the best ever to do it. So it just it would make zero sense for you to only write. I could see you doing a freestyle or two in immediate of the round, just to kind of get people like, oh yeah, Juice is still freestyling, but he wrote some crazy ass shit for him too. And they wouldn't be able to tell if you wrote it or freestyled it.
I know. And that's the shit. And it's sort of like, it's based on need. It's like, I haven't really had to write anything when I've rapped against people, even though they've written shit. Like, even when I battled like Eminem, like, some of that shit ended up on his album that was clearly some written shit. Even though he accused me of it, he really did it. He really did it. So it was like, and it was cool. That happened a bad day, bitch. I do you away with, like in WA shit. When Cube and Dre split, it's like, wait a minute. Not that you can't be that clean. I can be that clean, but it won't sound as rehearsed. It won't have a pattern. It won't have a bunch of, the inflection won't be there. It'll just be some crazy lines. But, I don't see nothing wrong with it. If you can write, whatever you got to do to win that motherfucker, if you got the crowd, it don't matter to me if you wrote or not. I'm not a stickler for that. I'm not one of them old school rappers who's like, oh my God, these dudes can't freestyle. I believe it has its place, but it ain't necessary to be great in rap. And honestly, the least you freestyle, the more money you'll probably make in a rap game. That's how I see it.
Okay. All right. I hear you there. All right. So my next question for you, people that are trying to get it you've been in the music industry for a long time. You've done a lot of things. You've been paid. You've toured. For people that are just coming up in the game, whether they're I mean people that are actually talented. I don't mean the guys that are terrible at rapping, but the people that are actually working their asses off. What they could do to improve their game, and what you felt like along this way, what you've improved in yourself.
Well, again, I would have said the first thing is to make the talent assessment, but assuming that, like you said, assuming you're talented, then you have to pick a direction. The music business is filled with positions and places you can go. You can be an artist, you can be a writer, you can be all kind of shit. So it depends on where you want to go, and then once you find that position, like if it's an artist, then you have to do it from the ground up. You got don't do it for anything. Just do it to see that if your art is some shit people will want to support. And if it ends up being that, you're going to have a good career. And if it doesn't, then it might not be for you. Maybe you're an executive. Maybe you're a manager. Maybe you're a publicist. But you just might not be an artist. I told a singer yesterday, because I'm working with this singer, and she said she was a songwriter. And I'm like, well, every singer thinks they're a songwriter. All right? So, but Michael Jackson didn't write no songs till he was 35 years old. So let me hear you sing, and then let me see your songwriting. And if your songwriting is good, then we'll pump you as a songwriter. But if not, I'm going to help you write these records. You know, it just depends on the position you're in. So that's the advice I would give. And the one thing I improved on myself that I'm very proud of is I always expanded my vocabulary. When people say the human brain can't continue to learn words, that's foolish. It's ridiculous. I do it all the time. And as I grow my vocabulary, I grow the scope of my music, and I grow the levity and impact of it. And it's starting to sound like a motherfucker who's mastered some shit. I feel that. So that's what I improve with myself, and I urge everybody to do the same.
Okay, all right. I really appreciate that. I know somebody asked me that recently on Facebook or something like that, told me to ask you to kind of get an idea, because some people are still really curious about how to be successful in this, and it's a really hard thing to be successful in. So I don't suggest anyone to become a rapper or anything if you're just starting and you're just, there's talented people out there, but there's too many terrible people out there that's really screwing it up for us. So so basically I just wanted to kind of break down all that. So let them know your links where they can pick up your music, so that basically they could try to support you on this, because I do most definitely want people to know where to get the music at, because it's always been fire.
Oh, thank you. Well, the new project is called Barred Up. The first single is called Better Each Day. It's coming. I'm gonna do a video for that in the next probably week, and I'm gonna drop it. It's on my Bandcamp page, and it's juice10.bandcamp.com. So that's juice10.bandcamp.com, and you can see the album there. It's only $8, and I've been getting pretty good reviews for it. People are saying that it's still very sharp, and that they like the topic, and that I'm staying on topic, and they think there's a diverse array of them. So I hope you guys feel the same way, and if you do, please tell a friend, because I could really use the support right now.
Dope. Okay, tight. If you have a verse you might want to drop from it, let me know, man. That would be tight. I was just thinking, damn, that would be pretty sick. It's never been done on my show yet. If you have a random verse from that CD you might want to drop or something, go ahead and get it cracking.
Oh, yeah. I mean, first of all, bro, bars is what we do. Okay. So it's like that's what we do, but it ain't. I mean, for sure. Like, you're kidding. So I could just drop some shit now. Like,
just drop it now. Absolutely.
All right. Let me think. I mean, there's so many.
Nah, no problem. Take your time, bro. People in the chat are all excited right now. They're ready to rock.
No, that shit's dope. All right, look. I had to go up on the set and start loading up the tech. To all these other rappers who don't show enough respect. I ain't never met a nigga that was flowing with me yet, but they don't want me to blow because they know that I'm a threat. Well, the threat is now a promise. Oh, yeah, I'm being honest. Let's play like Arabian men. Let's get the llama. Slip the clip into the slot. I mean, it's like similar to a penny play. Walk up on these broke niggas and let the fucking semi spray. When I fucking rap, they don't tend to stay. Only way you see me off the head is if you motherfucking Hemingway. His chest hit him. He's only just my next victim. Respect given. Yeah, that's my next victim. I'm like Stevie. I went from squares to circles to a sick inner vision. Now who could mess with him? Conglomerate. We signing all the fucking rest. Get him. Dudes is selling their souls. See how to dress. Fit him. I'm picking up the Tommy, licking them, don't try me. The clip hold 100 shots, just enough to die G, clean the whole city up. Ain't another rapper left, leave him with less in his life, not even half a breath. It's all about me now. Juice took it back to wealth. I told the story so good, I took it back to self. One of the illest who could kick a flow that you felt. And who's supposed to be the champ? Because I'm at the belt. Absurd pride is gone. I give them 30 days a night. What side you on? I'm back.
Team X High, we are here with Juice, the legend. I really appreciate having this interview with you, brother. I hope all is well, and I will talk to you very soon.
For sure. I appreciate it. Hey, please support this show. And again, if you want to pick up the record, it's Juice10, Juice10.bandcamp.com. I thank y'all. Peace. I'm going to work on these bars. I'm in the studio as we speak.
All right, brother. Thank you. We'll talk to you soon. You have a good night.
For sure. Peace.
Peace. All right, y'all. Team X High. Oh, shit. TeamXHigh.com. TeamXHigh.com. Bang, 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 bang. All right, TeamXHigh.com. I appreciate y'all. Don't fuck with me right now. Yo, Juice just dropped some fucking bars, bro. I don't know why I'm pointing the camera at that one. Juice just dropped some bars, bruh. Look at that. Look at the Game of Thrones poster right there. Fire. Everyone's like, fuck off. Damn. Make sure to pick up that Juice CD. I appreciate y'all. TeamXHigh.com. Let's take a dab real quick. Shout out to the homie Yabo. Shout outs to the homie Genji, Caps, and everything, XK. Go check out tinychat.com/assault and battling. Yo, shout out to Yagi, though. So, Cannabis Cup. Next week, I want to let you guys know, next Tuesday, we are interviewing the homie Muggs from Let's Beef. Yep. Oh, no, excuse me. Pompey from No Coast. We're going to be interviewing him about the Valentine's Day massacre over at the Source, Mood Swangs, Nestle, XQZ, and a bunch of the other battlers that I am looking forward to talking about. Following that, it's going to be Muggs from Let's Beef, and it's also going to be the Cannabis Cup High Time Special, where we're going to be reviewing some of the Cannabis Cup and the special High Time stuff and all that. Following that week, the next week from there, we'll be interviewing Jay's Juice. We interviewed Frankie Raps not that long ago. I figured it'd be a good time to talk with Jay's Juice. No interview with Looney Bin, though. He charges for salsa. Okay, so February 11th, we got D Lynch. February 16th, we got High Collide. And the rest will be released tomorrow on the .com, teamxi.com. Make sure to join the chat, twitch.tv/absurdasfat. We out here taking dabs. Let's go. Yo, so what you guys think of the damn Juice interview? I think it was outstanding. The guy he's super, super talented. I'm mad excited for people to hear this tomorrow, and I appreciate everybody that fucks with the live stream. But I will talk to you sooner than later. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate the love. Shout-outs to all the homies, though. Fuck with us in tinychat.com/assault and battling. You already know.